The United States launched a trade war against Canada, their closest partner and ally, their closest friend. At the same time, they're talking about working positively with Russia, appeasing Vladimir Putin, a lying, murderous dictator.
It's March 4th, 2025, and finally, the 25% tariff on goods coming from Mexico and Canada has been implemented. And right now, there's an uproar on the internet of people talking about how this is going to be affecting them and also affecting the economy of America. And welcome to today's video. If you are new to this space, kindly subscribe to the channel, like the video, share, leave your thoughts in the comment section, and let's dive right into the video.
The United States launched a trade war against Canada, their closest partner and ally, their closest friend. At the same time, they're talking about working positively with Russia, appeasing Vladimir Putin, a lying, murderous dictator. Make that make sense. Canadians are reasonable, and we are polite, but we will not back down from a fight. Not when our country and the well-being of everyone in it is at stake. I want to speak first directly to the American people. We don't want this. We want to work with you as a friend and ally. And we don't want to see you hurt either. But your government has chosen to do this to you. Now I want to speak directly to one specific American, Donald. In the over 8 years you and I have worked together, we've done big things. We signed a historic deal that has created record jobs and growth in both of our countries. We've done big things together on the world stage, as Canada and the US have done together for decades, for generations. And now we should be working together to ensure even greater prosperity for North Americans in a very uncertain and challenging world. Now, it's not in my habit to agree with the Wall Street Journal, but Donald, they point out that even though you're a very smart guy, this is a very dumb thing to do. We two friends fighting is exactly what our opponents around the world want to see.
Listening to Justin Trudeau talk, I can feel the pain in his voice, and from the words coming out from his mouth, you can actually feel the pain because these are two countries, two neighboring countries that have been doing business for years, for decades, and just because of one individual, now that relationship has been affected in so many ways. And you can even tell from the way he spoke when he wanted to address the president of the United States, he didn't even address him as a president. He just called him by his first name, Donald. So that is to tell you the level of pain that he has right there in him. So this is a very sad one. It's just going to cause a trade war between these two countries. Of course, you do not expect Canada or Mexico not to retaliate after this whole increase in tariff thing.
I'm sure you've heard the news about the tariffs, right? So I'm not going to bore you with that. Canada, whatever, Mexico, China. Okay, so here's the thing. We're in trouble. And I don't think people realize just how much trouble we are in. Donald Trump has no idea about tariffs. He thinks like he's doing this because of ego or whatever. He wants everyone to sort of acquiesce and do what he says. And when you don't, then he's like, I'm going to punish you for it. So let me just tell you about this FAFO moment that, quite frankly, everybody's going to find out about, and Donald Trump supporters are going to be affected the most. Okay, so if you want to, you're going to see things like cars. If you want to buy a car, that has gone up majorly. All these products. So let me just tell you about other stuff. Gas, 40 cents per gallon within days will probably go up, according to the experts. Again, trouble, FAFO. You guys buy vegetables? Going up. You guys buy fruit? Going up. You buy beer? Going up. Me, tequila? Going up. other drinks and spirits, right? Hennessy, whatever it is that you drink. Yeah, I'm just saying, maybe you're a vodka person, whatever. That is going to go up. Okay? And that's according to the Department of Agriculture. Beef, pork, grains, potatoes, canola oil, greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, chickens, turkeys, all of that. We are probably going to go into a recession. I think things are going to contract, and we're going to go into possibly a recession. Inflation is going to go up higher just because he's trying to prove a point. And so when the inflation and the recession or whatever it was under Joe Biden, it was terrible. We can't do it. But under Donald Trump, it is okay. That is the crazy hypocrisy and the cognitive dissonance of the MAGA folks. When Donald Trump does it, it's okay. When somebody else does it to try to correct the economy, it's not okay. And guess what? Justin Trudeau does not appear like he is backing down, because he's saying, you're going to put tariffs on us, we're going to put them on you, and that's why all of these products are going to go up. China's going to do the same thing. Mexico's going to do the same thing. We're in a world of hurt, people. Now, that is the kind of report that I would like to give you. We are in trouble because of one man's ego, and he likes to bully people. And you know what they say? Bullies are cowards. So let's see where this is going to take us. Not good. Not good.
Hey, Tariff Trump, since everything just went up 25%, I have a question. What happened to this campaign promise? What happened to this campaign promise? All across Pennsylvania, every highway was dotted with these signs. You said Trump low prices. Now Tariff Trump just raised all prices 25%. What happened? J.D. Vance stood in grocery stores and said egg prices up. What happened? What happened to promises made, promises kept? You're giving a speech tonight. You're going to stand in front of all of Congress. You're going to stand in front of all those Republican congressmen. You're going to stand in front of Dave McCormick and other senators, and you're going to say promises made, promises. This was everywhere in Pennsylvania. It's a swing state. You promised us low prices. Everything just went up 25%. You promised us higher stock market. Stock market's down 5%. There are percentages everywhere that are dropping. What happened to this campaign promise, Trump? Tariff Trump, what happened? We want to tell you thank you. We want to tell the Republican congressmen thank you, but they're no longer doing town halls because they're saying that the constituents that are showing up are all paid protesters or secret Democrats. I want to know what happened. What happened to this campaign promise? Tariff Trump, please. I just want to say thank you for the campaign promises.
So I just found out that we can expect a 25% increase on our electricity. I live in Michigan, and one of the 3 states that, because of the tariff wars, Canada is imposing a 25% tax increase on imported electricity. Michigan with Minnesota and New York. That's going to hurt a lot of families. And with everything that's going on, I want to politely, I want to know what good you think he is doing now. Especially Michiganders that voted for him.
Sadly enough, even before this 25% increase in tariff got implemented today, prices of things were already going up. Prices of vegetables were already going up. Prices of gas were already going up. So just imagine with this increase now, especially these states that this lady just mentioned, New York, Minnesota, Michigan, these are states that are very close to Canada and they get their power supply from this particular country. So of course it's definitely going to increase the price of power for them, and of course other prices of goods too, like the vegetables and everything. This thing is just crazy. This is going to be affecting a lot of people mentally. For crying out loud, people are suffering already. People are not unable to eat. People are unable to pay their bills. People are unable to pay their rent. People are becoming homeless just because of the situation of the economy. Then with this increase, people are not going to wear clothes again because clothes are going to be expensive and other things coming from these countries.
All right, it's lunchtime, Fafo Nation, and I got to ask the question. Are we great yet? You MAGAs, are we great yet? Let me show you something. Yesterday, I posted a video and I got some flack for fear-mongering, saying, hey, you know what? The Federal Reserve is indicating things are going to go south on us and you might get defensive in your portfolio. And this one old boy comes in and says, well, I've got a friend who manages tens of millions of dollars and you're just fear-mongering. Guess what? At my height in the financial industry, I had over $300 million in assets under management. So, that being said, look what happened since I made that video yesterday. So here's a closer look. Yes, thank you, Trump, with your tariffs. That's the primary mover of this right now, right? But with fear comes opportunity. You can buy into this dip if you find some value. You can buy the dip, right? You've heard it before. Buy the dip, buy the dip. In other words, invest into a correction. Is this a full-blown correction? Not yet. We're only down about 4%. In fact, now we bounced off the low. We're down 600. So what can you do as an investor? Those assholes went short yesterday. They're probably, because we are coming up off the lows, they're probably buying to cover their short positions now, right? And that's going to artificially inflate the prices a little bit. What can you do as a small investor? You can just watch out. You can watch your P's and Q's and buy into the dip. Not financial advice, obviously. Do your own research, but don't panic. All right? I'm not fear-mongering, I promise. Just be careful with your money because it is your money. It's your retirement at stake here.
Hey, TikTok fams. So it looks like we're going to start another round of FAFO tomorrow, but on a bigger scale. So let's see how this one plays out. But yeah, so many of you probably have already seen that the Trump tariffs on Canada and Mexico of 25% start tomorrow. So, the whole last month they were going to try to renegotiate. I'm fully convinced now that Canada and Mexico never had any intention of negotiating with us. They just needed the extra 30 days to get their shit lined up and be prepared. And I'm sure that's what they have done. Unlike us, we never prepare for shit. So yeah, like the little Canadian dude, I can't think of his name, not Justin Trudeau, but the other one. He was on the news today, the Ontario governor. Anyway, he was on the news saying that they're the largest purchaser of alcohol in the world. Over $1 billion in alcohol from the U.S. That's going to fuck up Kentucky real bad. And guess who's a senator from Kentucky? Do y'all know that? Mitch McConnell. So yeah, and all those Kentuckians who voted for DJT, pretty sure Kentucky went to him. Yeah, y'all gonna be out of jobs, people, because Maker's Mark, Jim Beam, all those distilleries up there, probably gonna be laying people off sooner rather than later, because they're gonna lose a lot of their business that goes to Canada. Yeah. So, and I wouldn't be planning any fucking vacations to Mexico this spring for spring break. I'm not sure what they're going to do, but if I was them, I wouldn't let us fucking come in their country. I don't care if you voted for him or not. Can't come to Mexico. Don't come to Mexico. Can't enjoy our beaches. Or you know what? You can come enjoy our beaches, but we're going to charge you 25% more than all our other tourists. And the stock market took a huge plunge today, the biggest one since the start of this year. And I can't even imagine. I don't even know how the ways this is going to fuck up our economy. People are going to lose their jobs. Yeah. Maybe some more people will start to wake up. Maybe. And then dumbass DJT got on Truth Social and made some post about, and I'm not going to quote it correctly, but American farmers, get ready because starting tomorrow, you're going to be able to make agricultural products and something. I'm like, you don't make agricultural products. You can't just like plant a fucking crop, let it grow and harvest it in a month. Besides that, we can't literally grow some things in this country, like, I don't know, avocados and bananas. I mean, this stupidity just is fucking mind-boggling. Fucking mind-boggling. But I guess I've had my last bananas for a while, and I wouldn't, get probably guacamole if you're going out to the restaurant, or you want to buy avocados. Oops. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting, y'all. We'll see what happens. Have a good night.
So as these tariffs go into effect, I'm really afraid that many people are going to understand and are going to learn the universal law of reaping what you sow. Karma, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people are about to find out and understand. Being somebody who went through a layoff 2 years ago and had to rebuild my life slowly over these past 2 years, and took me almost 2 years literally to find a job again. Like, it has been like one of the most grueling, painful processes. It's been amazing to see so many people celebrate as they're doing these government layoffs and calling it the trimming, the fat and this whole piece. And people are celebrating like, yeah, they should lose their job. They're not doing it, like, and all this crazy stuff that they're saying. And again, being somebody who formerly worked in DEI as well, it has just been so interesting. And I think a lot of people, again, are about to find out that the very thing that they wished and that they celebrate on other people is going to return back to them. And they're going to find out deeply in this season. And I hate that for them. And I know many people who are in that mindset don't think outside of their literal physical sphere, or their own echo chamber or their own circle that they're within. But the problem is, just like, again, if I was to stub my toe, my entire body would feel the pain, because it's literally all connected. To cut off your hand despite your foot, it just doesn't make logical sense. And I don't think a lot of people realize, again, like, just like with the whole DEI situation, that now is impacting white women. Now, when the plane crashed and that white female pilot showed up, they were calling her a DEI hire. Do you know what that impacts? More white women as we come up in these next few years in their jobs. They're going to be considered DEIs. They're going to start experiencing what black people and other people of color experienced for eons. And that's what we're saying. We're all connected. And what you think is you're wishing on somebody else also impacts you eventually. And just a simple fact and the social construct of race should show you the power of the human mind, and the power of what we have and what we can speak and what we can create. Because the fact that, again, they were able to create this social construct, because if you think about in the past, white people, there was no such thing as white. There really still isn't. Like, they identified as German, I'm Irish, I'm Italian, like, they identified by whatever their ethnic tribe was. So again, this is the whole social construct that they were able to create this whole entire system based off literal pigment and skin. Like, genetically, we are literally all human beings. Like, literally, if I die, you can take my organ, put it in somebody white, and they can survive. Like, we're literally genetically saying we're human, Homo sapiens. But again, the fact that this shows you again that so much of this is social construct and mental, and I hope people wake up out of this stupor. I really do.
Okay, y'all, mark this day. Mark this day. And what do I have to say about this day? The tariffs are here. There's going to be a State of the Union, which I will not be looking at. I don't need you to tell me we are sold down the river, because we are. And to back that up, what do I want to say to NATO, the EU, Mexico, and Canada? Do your thing. Do your thing. Just do your thing when it comes to this country. Because like I said before, this is trash now. We're sold. We are sold to a Russian oligarch. Yep, we're done. We're done. And let somebody try and tell me differently. Let me tell me something different that I don't know. And we knew it. We knew it. We knew it when he first got into office. This is what they want. Do your thing, Canada. because they're closest and Mexico's closest, so we're going to feel that immediately. Immediately. But that's okay. I'm willing to take the hit. I'm willing to take the hit. I didn't vote for this nonsense, but if the rest of the folks got to pay for it, let them pay for it. That's how I feel about it. Yep. And you can't tell me nothing. Nobody can come to me and say, oh, I made a mistake. I regret. You voted for this because of your racism and misogyny and all the other, and you're stupid enough to believe you're going to make some money. Look at the stock market. You making money now? And all the fake crypto? Please. They stealing you. They're walking into your house and stealing all your shit. But you were going to make money. And you hate brown and black people that much. Enjoy. Enjoy.
So guys, with this whole talk on tariff increase and the likes, what are your thoughts? What do you feel about it? You can drop them in the comment section. And while I was getting these videos, I saw this particular comment that got me, and the person says they are intentionally crashing the market so billionaires can buy stocks while they are low and make a killing. Then somebody responded, not just stocks. When it goes on and people lose their housing, the billionaires will buy up the houses and sell them even higher than what they are now. So right now, stocks are dropping, and as the stocks are dropping, of course, the rich ones among them are going to keep buying these stocks. And at the end of the day, while people are losing their houses, people cannot afford to pay their mortgages, people cannot afford to pay their rents and all that. Of course, these big boys, they are going to buy these houses, and when they are buying these houses, they are not even buying it at a lower rate at which they got the house. They are definitely going to be selling it at a higher rate. So the whole thing is just, the whole economy is just upside down right now. And with the way it's going, we are slowly plummeting into recession. We are going back to what happened in 2008. While this whole thing is happening, vegetables like avocado that comes from somewhere like Mexico is going to be on the increase. And for someone like me, I love avocado so much. Beer, for those that take all the beers and the spirits and the likes, the prices are going to be going up this time. The prices of shoes, these are things that come from China. These things are going to be on the increase. When you talk about your phones, your computers, a lot of these things are assembled right there in China. The cars and everything are going to get so expensive. Then gas itself is also going to get expensive. So you can imagine the whole thing. Right now, it's not just about living, it's about surviving, because even the living is finding it hard to live right now. That is just the truth. So guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. I just hope something is being done as fast as possible, and it's so sad to see that a lot of people made this choice and they have put us in this mess right now. And so guys, how are you coping with this whole thing? Kindly drop your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you for sticking around with me today. If you've watched up to this point, kindly subscribe to the channel, like the video, share, leave your thoughts in the comment section, and we're going to see in the next one. Take care and stay strong and be safe out there.